The Vile City of Kingston upon Hull. Hello fellow explorers, glad to know that you're here. Have you been to Kingston upon Hull? When last did you go there? And what was your experience? Please reserve your comments until after the end of this video so that you can focus on this engaging discussion. You can't afford to miss a moment. From those of you living in this city, we expect mixed feelings about this discussion of the Vile City of Kingston upon Hull. We know you love your dear city, but we can tell you for free that many of your fellow residents of the city consider it vile. Are they justified? This video analyses why many consider Kingston upon Hull a bad place to live. About Kingston upon Hull. To start with, we'd love to crave your indulgence one more time to go this route. We're only trying to involve everyone, while we understand that we can't just have everybody on board. Nevertheless, no strata of our lovers deserve to be overlooked. Over time, we found that some may not know a lot about a particular city we are exploring in the United Kingdom. For the sake of such people, therefore, let's tell you a bit about Kingston upon Hull in this video. Now, it is good to note at this moment that the name of the city Kingston upon Hull is often abbreviated to Hull. In this video, we will more often use the name Hull to describe the port city and unitary authority area you will find in the East Riding of Yorkshire, England. So, to let the name sink, we begin this way. Hull lies upon the River Hull, from where it derives its name, as its confluence with the Humber estuary, which is 40 kilometres inland from the North Sea and 60 kilometres southeast of the historic county town of York. Based on its 2021 population figure of 266,463, Hull is the 63rd largest city in the UK and the 4th largest city in Yorkshire and the Humber, with Leeds, Sheffield and Bradford being the first, second and third respectively. Hull occupies a total area of 71.5 square kilometres, meaning every square kilometre of the area of this port city is to be shared by 3,633 Hullesians, as the people of Hull are called. Yes, that is the population density. Hull in the past. It seems quite easy for anyone who knows next to nothing about the past of this city to assume that it is now at its best in all ramifications. However, for someone who knows one thing or the other about its past, the present state of the city may not be so impressive. The history of the location now known as the city of Hull began as the town of Wyke on Hull, which was founded late in the 12th century. So River Hull has always been a factor in its naming. It was the brainchild of the monks of Moe Abbey with the intent of establishing a port for exporting their wool. In 1299, it was renamed Kingstown upon Hull and became a market town, trading centre, military supply fort, fishing and whaling centre, and industrial metropolis. It is all too easy to corrupt Kingstown to Kingston. You can only imagine the prosperity such a geographical location would be enjoying even before gaining city status in 1897. During the English Civil Wars, the city was an early theatre of battle. Its 18th century Member of Parliament, William Wilberforce, was at the forefront of the struggle for the abolition of the slave trade in Britain. What about Hull today? The post-industrial decline was among what shaped Hull into what it is today. More than 95% of the city was damaged or totally destroyed in the Blitz and went through a period of social deprivation, post-industrial decline of education and policing. While the destroyed areas of Kingston upon Hull were rebuilt as part of the post-Second World War reconstruction, other circumstances forced the city to remain on the list of the worst cities to live in. In the early 21st century spending boom that preceded the late 2000s recession, the city had a lot of huge spending on new retail, commercial, housing and public service construction. Hull was one of the cities worst hit by the global economic meltdown. Lacking resources to fast-track its economic growth, the city has been at the mercy of speculations. The effects of a little economic sock nationwide, no matter how small the effect, is immediately felt here. Home and job. Another reason Hull is considered a bad place to live is the prices of homes. Ironically, there is no shortage of houses in this city. The average prices of homes in the city are high, regardless of what you want. In addition, they are not the most comfortable of all houses. Let's give you an idea to illustrate this. While a semi-detached apartment goes for an average of £175,573 in Hull, the average for the UK is £103,999. Please, we are not inclined to give out figures regarding other types of accommodation. For those who are not contemplating buying a home here, renting is also on the high side. In certain cities in the UK, that wouldn't be a serious issue as there would always be enough jobs that will earn us enough to cater for that. The unemployment rate in Hull is relatively high, higher than the national average. While the unemployment rate in the UK is at the production time is 4.2%, it is 6.1% in Hull. There have been times when the rate was higher than that. Actually, Hull is one of the worst places to work, even if you were able to land a job on a platter of gold. In a recent survey, it was discovered that out of its working age population, estimated to be 167,688, only about 16,440 are active economically. Meanwhile, most of the city's residents are families and students. Now, even if we love to defend Hull, where would you find an idea to defend a city with a relatively high housing cost and comparatively low economic opportunities? It's all about crime and safety. If we have to dabble into the issue of crime and safety in Hull, we can't just finish it up. But to convince you that there is a Vile City of Kingston upon Hull, let's go there. Hull is the most dangerous of all cities in the East Riding of Yorkshire, and in the ceremonial county, it is the third most dangerous overall out of 171 towns, villages and cities. If you want to confirm this, you can analyse the crime rate in the city in 2022. Overall, it was 132 crimes per 1,000 people. If you compare this with the overall crime rate of 92 per 1,000 residents in the East Riding of Yorkshire, you will find that Hull is 44% more dangerous than its neighbours. In fact, in the entire England, Wales and Northern Ireland, Hull has been ranked among the 5 most dangerous cities. In the last month of the year 2022, Hull had the worst crime rate for bicycle theft in the East Riding of Yorkshire, with 67 crimes reported, giving a crime rate of 0.23 per 1,000 inhabitants. That same month of December was also a bad month for Hull residents regarding burglary, as it recorded 206 incidents of burglary, giving a rate of 0.72 per 1,000 residents. In December 2022, Hull received 311 reports of criminal damage and arson, giving it a crime rate of 1.1, the East Riding of Yorkshire's worst rate for criminal damage and arson that month. The most common crimes in Hull are violence and sexual offences. In 2022, it recorded 15,517 offences, giving a crime rate of 54 per 1,000 residents. Even the least common crime in the city, which is theft from the person, was committed 218 times in 2022, producing an increase of 14% from 2021's figure of 192 crimes. What about 2023? We will not be able to give you conclusive data about Hull fared in 2023 in aspects of crime and safety. Still, whatever we give you as the tip of the iceberg should be inconclusive enough that it is not among the best cities to live in the UK. As of 2023, the crime rate in the city is 23% higher than the overall figure for Yorkshire and the Humber, and 60% higher than that of England, Wales and Northern Ireland. The Vile City of Kingston upon Hull is currently seeing an increase in burglary incidents in the year at a rate surpassing that typical in the East Riding of Yorkshire. The same has also been observed regarding car crime, which may include car snatching or carjacking, vandalising and all sorts of crimes. Now, based on what you know about Hull and or what you've seen here, would you agree that it's a vile city? Please, let's continue this discussion in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.